Hello everyone, today I'm going to be building something and I'm going to review that something that once I finish building that said thing. So it's one of these things I've always wanted to do because it's fun and everything else, and might as well just jump right into it. So, and of course you've seen the title of this video, so I present to you this thing, the retro arcade Pong thing, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Build your own working classic arcade game from a company called Haynes, or Haynes, however you want to pronounce it. Now with sound. Oh, that's good. I've always wanted something with sound, because otherwise you have to make your own sound effects, you know, assuming one would go beep, 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 and stuff like that. Insert coin, 10p. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, the company Haynes, or Haynes, for those you probably know, they are a company who produce these manuals for repairing vehicles and such. And for the longest of time, I always thought they were an American company, but turns out they are a company based out of the UK. Something I never knew about. And yeah, as you can clearly see, yep, this is supposed to look like Pong and everything else. You can see the knobs and all that stuff. Yep, looks good already. Of course, with this retro feel and all that stuff. And has some bit of wood grain, but not so much wood grain the more we get into it. Well, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the front. Let's take a look at the back. Or the back, rather. Build your own electronic ping pong game. Okay. I'm looking forward to this as opposed to ones that are already made, and yeah, and everything else. I am lost for words to when they say build your own electronic ping pong game. Yeah, anyways, that's what the finished item looks like. Hopefully it would look like this when I'm finished with this, because otherwise do I really need to explain that Homer Simpson thing? You go, yeah, this was one fine looking ping pong game. Why doesn't mine look like that? You know the one. Anyway, there's some text. Let's read some text. Relive the pixelated playing pleasure of the 1970s with this unique kit. By 1970s, I'm guessing 1972, if that's the year what Pong was made. Not very specific, but hey, at least it is in the 70s, so at least they're right on that. Build your own version of the iconic tennis arcade game. Well, is Pong considered tennis? Yes, it is. Complete with coin slot and red LED display. Ooh, red LEDs. Looking forward to that. And coin slot. Yeah, I could already see that already. The perfect gift for fans and gaming nostalgia and makers alike. Yes. Because why not else would make a great gift for anybody. I mean, it is true. It does make a good gift, you know, to say, hey, want to build your own ping pong game? Here you go. Here's a nice gift for you. And all that sort of stuff. Yep. Copyright J.H. Haynes and Company from, yep, Haynes.co.uk. Yep. Like I said, and again, something I never knew about, based in the UK, from Francis Vertag, Germany, and made in China, of course. 3 countries come together, the UK, Germany, and China, to have this thing. Unfortunately, no sad onion, but that's okay. You got CE, that logo. Don't toss it in the bin. You know the one. Stuff we've already covered in this channel. By 8 Innovation, of course, the number 8. Uses 3 AA's, yeah, 3 AA's, 1.5 volts, obviously, batteries not included. Dang. Oh well. Somebody requires some basic soldering. Oh, yep, got the soldering iron at the ready. Colors and contents may vary. Oh, great. Yes, they spell colors with the U, because of course it's obviously a UK thing. This is not a toy. Aww, not suitable for children under 14 years of age. Yeah, conflicting. I have no words for this, but I'm sure you could figure that out on your own. You know why this thing is not a toy, not suitable for. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with this, and of course it pops out like this, and just like that. Retro arcade, it says, and got 2 holes for screwing in the what you'll see, and a little slit here to put in your 10p. Yep, the British 10p, or 10 cents is what we call a dime. And there's the company itself, Haynes, or Haynes, however you pronounce it. And it opens on this side. Nice for that. And ooh, got all the glory stuff out here. Let's get all this stuff out, if we can get it out. Happened to look through the viewfinder, unfortunately. So there's that. Oh, apparently got some sticky bits here, two-sided sticky bits, I'm assuming. Can you make that out on the focus? Come on, focus. Yep, double-sided sticky circles and whatnot. I'll just put that to one side. Hopefully, don't lose it. Apparently, this would be the diffuser, I assume. And what else? Oh, of course, the manual. If I can get the manual out. Oh, of course, we need to look at the back. Very retro design, isn't it? It does make a nice cardboard box of good stuff, so there's that. And of course the manual. Obviously it's going to be in English, so don't expect any you know, pidgin English on this stuff. Excuse me. Build your own arcade game instructions. Okay, it says arcade game, and clearly Pong. Good way to be specific, I suppose. Retro arcade. And of course, the instructions, build your own retro arcade, blah, 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 blah. Of course, it tells you all the steps to build your own retro ping pong or electronic ping pong game as opposed to arcade game. With that, you really need more stuff included that's on here. It's all that good stuff. Yep, a lot of the good stuff. And yep, don't lose the manual. So so what do we need to put this thing together? Obviously, all of this here. I mean, we got this little board. Well, as a matter of fact, let's get all that out. Why don't we get that out? So we got the little knobs here, of course, and of course the knobs being controlled by three things poking out. Of course, is obviously this is the potentiometers. You get two of them, obviously. And got this thing, the battery holder. Always wanted one of these. Too bad I'm using. I'm going to be using it on this thing, so oh well. Of course, it says now with sound. You got this nice piezo speaker. Yeah, piezo speaker, the ones you would find on those Hallmark cards, because of course. And little its and bobs here, or its and bibs, whatever. Don't know what that is. I know it's a piece of metal, I know that for sure, but what goes to what, who knows once we get into the build. Put that to one side here. Here's some wire, because you're going to need to cut. I don't know how long it is, but obviously you're gonna have to cut, you know, a certain length to solder the potentiometers to the board here. As far as the board is concerned, let's see if I can get it out without damaging it. There we go. Yep, is your standard board, and yep, not much to talk about other than yep. There's your reference number if you want to look that up and all that stuff, and you got your logos there. And yeah, not much there other than what you see, what you get. So there's that. So what do we need to put this thing together? Well, obviously going to need soldering iron, of course, and some tools to cut the wire to length and strip the wire enough to where you could solder from one end to the board and all that stuff. See where I'm going here? Right, so I think that's enough putting it off. Let's go ahead and put this thing together. Get ready for some montage. well, it took a while, but the end result is, well, it looks like this. Yes, retro arcade Pong game by Haynes. I mean, yeah, it was fun to do, although, of course, as you saw, as me, building and putting this thing together, I'm not very good with soldering whilst I'm filming, so that's it's a bit of a fault that I have. But hey, I mean, that's something I could work on. But then again, it's neither here or there. Yeah, a couple snags I ran into, other than what I just mentioned right now, is the little sticky bits did not work, so I ended up using tack, nail tacks to finish it off, and of course, bending the pins to make contact with whenever you put a coin in it. Of course, 10p, that would be 10 pence in the UK, but over here it's 25 cents. And for order to demonstrate, I have to put on flat surface, of course. Here's a quarter, 25 cents, put it in, and just like that, it makes contact. Just look at that glow. And of course, it's going to be a bit weird just looking at it, with the auto brightness and whatnot, because of course the autofocus and everything, but you get the idea. It's Pong, and at least in this version of Pong, is first to 10 wins. And of course, as you're seeing right now, the computer is playing, computer versus computer. You could also do a player versus computer and player versus player, obviously. And it does have some difficulties, with the autofocus. Come on now. But you get the idea. It's glowing Pong, as you would expect. And of course, the little potentiometers, of course, they do the job and whatnot. Yeah, I guess I'll just lay it here and talk about, the finished product. Honestly, I had a lot of fun putting this thing together. If it weren't for if I having to film, to do a video while I'm, soldering, then other than that, it's still a lot of fun. And the question is, where can you get one of these? I bought mine off of eBay for about 30 bucks. I'm sure you could get them on Amazon, if anything. But I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in it. And of course, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's Pong. You can make your own Pong, and of course, it's made by Haynes or Haynes if you wanna, and all that stuff. And the game is over because whoever won, I didn't even pay attention who won. But so yeah, that is about it for this Haynes Retro Arcade Build Your Own Electronic Ping Pong. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with the title for this video, am I? Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description if you want one of these, and hopefully more build and review videos coming up, and hopefully another device review Sunday coming up soon, if I can get that up and running and all that stuff. So yeah, that'll do it for me. So until then, thank you so much for watching, and until then, see ya. Chi, this knob tastes funny. Please refrain from tasting the knob.